Welcome to Derry is an upcoming prequel to Andy Muschietti's hit It movies, based on Stephen King's story. HBO Max is already making great progress on the It TV series, so there's a lot to talk about. The movies and the story are set in Derry, Maine, a town haunted every 27 years by a terrifying being called Pennywise. Pennywise is a creepy clown with otherworldly powers who can take on scary forms. He feeds on fear and especially targets kids, making him a horrifying villain. While the It movies and Stephen King's book give some clues about Pennywise's origins and why he looks like a clown, a lot about his past is still a mystery. The new prequel series, Welcome to Derry, will dive deeper into Pennywise's history and show how his evil has shaped the town over time. Excitement for Welcome to Derry, the prequel to Stephen King's It, is growing, and the latest teaser in HBO's newest trailer has fans buzzing. In November 2024, HBO dropped a long promo showcasing upcoming shows for late 2024 and 2025. Among them was Welcome to Derry, which included a few creepy glimpses, like a kid being dragged into water by a decaying arm. While the teaser doesn't give much away, it's clear this series is a big deal for HBO. The show was officially announced in March 2022, with Andy and Barbara Muschietti and Jason Fuchs on board as producers. Filming started in 2023, but was delayed by the SAG-AFTRA strike, which wrapped up in November 2023. Filming officially finished in August 2024 after over 200 days. While much of the cast has been revealed, their roles remain mystery. The younger cast follows the vibe of the It movies, which focused on a group of kids facing off against Pennywise. Since the series is set in the 1960s, the characters are expected to be new, though there might be subtle links to the original films. Fans will be thrilled to know that Bill Skarsgård is returning as Pennywise, despite earlier rumors he wouldn't be involved. Skarsgård will also serve as an executive producer. The confirmed cast includes Alexandra Fuchs, Kimberly Guerrero, Dorian Gray, Thomas Mitchell, B.J. Harrison, Peter Outerbridge, Shane Marriott, Chad Rook, Joshua Ojic, and Morning Star Angeline. The show promises to dive into unexplored Pennywise lore, expanding on the eerie connection between the interdimensional clown and the town of Derry. As for the plot, it's completely original, since Stephen King never wrote a prequel to It. The show will include Pennywise's backstory and explore Derry in the 1960s. One potential storyline is the Black Spot tragedy, a club for Derry's black community burned down by white supremacists, as mentioned in the book. Early images suggest the series might touch on this dark chapter of the town's history. Recent footage from Welcome to Derry appears in HBO's 2025 preview reel. It shows kids riding bikes, Pennywise's iconic red balloon, and a haunting voiceover saying, "This ain't America, this is Derry." While the teasers don't reveal much, they set the tone for the series' chilling and bloody approach to Stephen King's world. Welcome to Derry promises to bring a hardcore version of Pennywise, according to Bill Skarsgård, who assures fans the show won't hold back. Skarsgård, who delivered a chilling performance as the killer clown in Andy Muschietti's It films, is making a surprising return to the role for the spin-off series on Max. Speaking with Josh Horowitz on Happy Sad Confused, Skarsgård emphasized that Pennywise in Welcome to Derry will be just as terrifying as ever, saying, "It's pretty hardcore, man. It's not the G-rated Pennywise." Reflecting on his return, Skarsgård admitted he thought his days as Pennywise were over after finishing the It films and working on Nosferatu. "I felt like I was done with it," he said, adding that playing Nosferatu's Count Orlok felt like the final chapter in his monster roles. However, revisiting Pennywise turned out to be more enjoyable than he expected. "We got to explore sides of old Pennywise that we haven't seen, and that's fun. I remembered how much I enjoy working with Andy," he shared, teasing that the show will bring fresh elements to the character that fans haven't experienced before. Initially, fans weren't sure if Pennywise would even appear in Welcome to Derry, as early speculation suggested the show might focus on the town's dark history rather than the clown itself. But with the reveal that Skarsgård is back, it's clear Pennywise will play a major role. Skarsgård's involvement not only adds star power, but also ensures the character's terrifying essence remains intact. He hinted that the series will explore new angles of Pennywise while keeping the sinister vibe fans expect. While some might have feared that Pennywise would be toned down for a streaming audience, Skarsgård's confirmation of a more intense portrayal is reassuring. A watered-down version of the character wouldn't have done justice to the franchise or its fans. Instead, Welcome to Derry is set to fully unleash Pennywise's horrors, which is exactly what viewers are hoping for. Of course, there is still a question of how much screen time Pennywise will actually get. The show's teasers hint at a dark and eerie vibe in Derry, suggesting the clown's presence may influence events even if he's not always front and center. However, Skarsgård's return guarantees that when Pennywise does appear, it will be unforgettable. Playing the character as a lurking spirit of evil might have been an interesting idea, but bringing him back in full force is the smarter move, especially for a show aiming to capture a wide audience. Fans want the full Pennywise experience, and Welcome to Derry seems ready to deliver. One of the things I'm most excited about in Welcome to Derry is how it could dive into the mystery of the 27-year curse. In Stephen King's It, this curse is one of the story's most fascinating elements. It all starts in the 1700s, when the cosmic entity It arrives on Earth from the Macroverse. For millions of years, it stays dormant until the town of Derry is settled in 1715. That's when It awakens and begins its horrifying cycle. Every 27 years, it feeds on the fears of the townspeople, then goes back into hibernation once it's satisfied. The films, directed by Andy Muschietti, touched on this cycle briefly, but they didn't fully explore why Derry is cursed in the first place. That's where Welcome to Derry has a huge opportunity. Unlike a movie, a series has the time to dig into the lore and unravel the why behind this strange and terrifying phenomenon. The 27-year cycle was a big part of It Chapter 2, but there's so much more to unpack, especially when it comes to the history of Derry and how this cosmic nightmare got tied to the town. One of the best things about streaming is how it opens the door to long-form storytelling. Unlike movies, it gives the time and space to dive deep into settings, characters, and events, allowing creators to highlight details that might otherwise get rushed. With Welcome to Derry, this format can fix one of the biggest misses in the It films, not fully exploring Pennywise's unique forms. The series can take its time showcasing aspects of Stephen King's novel that were skimmed over in It and It Chapter 2. Since the show is set in the 1960s, Pennywise's mind games and the forms he takes will reflect the fears and imaginations of people from that time. This era-specific twist makes things even more intriguing, especially compared to the fears faced by the Losers Club in the 1980s. Some fears are universal, like clowns or the dark, but others are deeply personal or tied to a specific time period. Seeing this mix play out could add a layer of complexity to the story, making it not just scary, but thought-provoking. Plus, with the long-form format, the show can swap out constant jump scares for a slower, more suspenseful build-up, letting the tension really sink in. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Your suggestions for future videos are always welcome in the comments below.